Yo guys, what's up? Little Bro here, and today we're back with another video. Now, it's been a while, I didn't do a tutorial on this channel, so let's change that. Today I will show you how to create a moving block in Minecraft using command blocks. So basically, as you can see, this is a block I've used for my brand new map, Unfair Door, which, by the way, you can check out in the description of this video. Anyway, look at what happens when I walk towards it. Look at this, the block will move in the opposite direction I'm facing, and this will happen in every single direction. This is the result that we want to happen in today's video, and I'm gonna show you how to do this. But not only I will show you how to do this, I will also show you how to add gravity to the block, because as you can see right now the block has no gravity. I will just show you. As you can see, yeah, it will just stand in the air, which is pretty ugly. We're gonna add the gravity to the block, and we're also gonna make... Ooh, spoilers, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, but we're also gonna make a way to generate these blocks over and over, so you don't have to do the code for every single block, but you can actually just use a spawn egg and just spawn a moving block. I already did a tutorial like this for 1.12.2, and it's going to be linked in the description, but I guess this is the updated one for 1.14. Alright, enough chit-chatting, let's go. Alright, so I'm gonna create a new world called Unfair Moving Block for some weird reason. I'm gonna go in creative mode, set it to super flat, and let's add just a little bit more layers to it so we have more space to work on. We're gonna disable generated structures and we're gonna go. Alright, so now that that is out of the way, I'm going to show you how to actually make a moving block. Let's start from the basics. In order to make a moving block, we actually have to create an entity. This entity has to be hidden, has to be invisible, and then when the user walks up to the entity must move, moving the block around with it. So what kind of entity should we use? Many of us would argue that we should use an armor stand, or we should use like an invisible chicken or an invisible zombie. I don't know, you guys are weird. But the best entity to use for this is actually area effect clouds, because of two reasons. Basically, the area effect clouds have no hitboxes, so you don't have to worry about that. And the area effect clouds are not as laggy as armor stands and all of that stuff. I believe it's for the same reason that they have no texture or hitbox. So that's all good. Okay, so how do we summon an area effect cloud? Let's actually place just a block right here, okay? And we do set block, tab, tab, tab. Now we got the exact coordinates of the block. Now we can go summon area effect cloud, then paste the coordinates of the block. And then if we summon it right now, yes, we summoned it, but it's gonna die instantly, because by default, the duration of the area effect cloud is 0 ticks. So we actually need to, boost this up a little bit. So we're gonna do MBT tag, duration, column, and a duration we want. This could be any high number, and this is gonna be the duration of our moving block in ticks. Now, since I like to go crazy on this and actually copy this number, which I believe is the biggest number you can input, and then get back into Minecraft, redo the command and put as the duration this big number. I actually did some math, and if you're using this number for the duration of the area effect clouds, it will take 3.5 years of playtime in order to make it despawn. So it's not gonna despawn anytime soon. But before creating the area effect cloud, we also need a way to refer to it later in commands. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a tag to it. So we're gonna do a comma here, tags, and we're gonna add a tag. What tag could it be? Alright, moving block. Okay, so now we created an area effect cloud which has a tag moving block. In order to see if we did everything correctly, we just can do tag elist, and it will give us the list of all of the entities tags. And as you can see, we're gonna have two entities. One is me, the other is the area effect cloud, and the area effect cloud has the tag moving block. Okay, so now we have an area effect cloud. How do we make it so it moves when we go nearby it? Alright, so what we need to do is actually execute at the position of the area effect cloud. So we're gonna do execute, we're gonna do both as the area effect cloud and both at the position of the area effect cloud. So we're gonna execute as the entity which tag is moving block, and at the entity which tag is moving block. At s basically means the same thing, because we are executing as the entity. What do we need to check? We actually need to check if a player is right here, okay? Because if a player is right here, then the moving block will move right there. Alright, so how do we execute if a player is right here? Let's look at our y-axis, and as you can see, we are facing negative z. So instead of executing at the position of the moving block, we're gonna execute it, yes, at the position of the moving block, but it's gonna be positioned one block offset to in this direction. So now instead of executing at this block, it's executing right here, okay? And then we're just gonna detect if in this block there is a player. So we're gonna do if entity at all, which means any player, is in these coordinates. So as a distance from these coordinates of 0.5. And if there is, we're gonna say hi. Okay, so why is the command not working right now? Why is he not saying hi? Well, because the command is detecting if the distance is exactly 0.5 blocks. We don't want that. We want to detect if the position is 0.5 blocks or fewer. So we just do this to say 0.5 or fewer. And as you can see, it's gonna say hi only if I'm facing in this direction. If I'm facing in any other direction, it's not gonna say hi. Great, so now we can detect if an entity is right here, and we can do the same thing for all of the 4 directions. Alright, let's actually put this command, not in an Acacia bot, but let's actually put this command in a command block, and right here, and let's make it always active so you guys can see what happens. As you can see, nothing, 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 and here we're gonna get spammed with highs. And as you can see, nothing, nothing, nothing. When we go into this direction, high. Alright, but naturally, an area effect cloud that just greets us every time we go in front of it is not really a good idea. So what should the area effect cloud do? Okay, let's think about it for a little bit. The first thing that the area effect cloud should do is actually set itself to air, okay? Why is that bedrock? Oh yeah, I'm using the resource pack of Unfair Door, by the way, for this. And in Unfair Door there is a troll where bedrock and dirt are switched. So this is actually dirt, it's not bedrock. Ha, this is weird. The first thing that it should do, as I said, is to set itself to air, okay? And then it's going to TP one block forward, okay? And then it's gonna set its block to what block is this? To jungle planks again. In this way, it will look like the area effect cloud has moved from a position to the other. Alright, so let's do that. Instead of saying run, say hi, it's gonna actually do set block on its position, air. But now, keep in mind, we're actually not detecting at the position of the area effect cloud. We are detecting at the position of the area effect cloud with an offset of -1. So here, in order to make it do what we want to do, we have to, you know, contrast the offset. So here it must be 1. So now it's gonna set block this block to air. And now if we go here, as you can see, the block will be set to air. Alright, but now it shouldn't only set the block to air, it should actually move the area effect cloud one block forward, and then it should set this block to jungle planks, just for the sake of this example. Okay, so after this command block, we're gonna do all of the detecting again. And now, instead of setting this block to air, we are actually gonna set the block in front of that block to jungle planks, just for the sake of this example. This could be any block. And now we're gonna do this detection again, and we are gonna run TP the area effect cloud in question, so at S. How much should it get TP'd? 2 blocks in front of it. So if you remember correctly, we are detecting right here, so the area effect cloud will be moved here. And now if we go right here, as you can see, the area effect cloud will move, this block will be set to air, and this block will be set to the block we want. And we can do this perpetually, and the area effect cloud will keep moving in this direction. Alright, sweet, so now we always have an area effect cloud, or a moving block that will always move in the north direction. Sorry, the south direction. Now the only problem with this is though, if there is a block in the way, or if there are some blocks in the way, this moving block will erase them. And that's not what we want. We actually want the moving block to stop when there is a block in the way. Alright, so how do we do that? Basically, right here, we're gonna detect, before the run, if the block right here is air. So remember, we are executing right here, so we have to check if the block right here is air, in a distance of 2. Okay, now that that is done, we actually have to make these command blocks conditional, so these command blocks will only work if the block right here is air. As you can see now, when we do this now, it's gonna work like before, but if there is a grass block on the way, boom, it's gonna just get stuck, it's not gonna move anymore. Alright, so this is good, we did it for this direction. Let's actually make it for all 4 directions. It shouldn't be that hard. So basically, just do this. Just copy the command block, the first one, and then save it right here, okay? And do the same thing for all of the command blocks. And let's put them right here, and then let's put this one right here. Okay, so we did the south direction. Let's now do the north direction. All you need to do is all of the relative coordinates, just change the direction of them. So this is -1, it will become 1, and then let's keep going forward. This will become -2, and this will become -1. Let's do it again right here, -2, and this will become 1, and now this is -2, and this will become 1. And now we also did it for the north direction. In fact, as you can see, we can also go north. Let's now do the same thing for east and west. It shouldn't be that different. And now let's actually go in the X direction, not in the Z direction. So like this. And now let's do the same thing we did before for the west direction. So we're gonna do boom, boom, and now we're gonna just change the direction. So we're just gonna change the coordinates. Alright, so now let's make a little bit of an obstacle course just to show you that this works. As you can see, the block will get stuck every time it tries to go towards a direction and there is a block. So nice, we actually created a moving block. So are we done? Well, not really. So basically this is all the work I've done to create Unfair Door, which by the way the link is in the description. But now we still have to do some stuff, okay? An example, we have to add gravity. So right now the block can actually go is not affected by gravity, which is a little bit weird, as you can see. Also, we need to add a way for a block to get generated. Right now, to generate a block, we have to do all of this stupid command. Summon area effect cloud, blah blah blah, and then we have to do, we have to put the coordinates. They have to be exact coordinates, because else it's not gonna work. So we have to take these coordinates as example, we have to go right here, and we have to replace them right here in this command block. All of this back and forward just to create an area for cloud. And as you can see, yeah, then it's gonna get translated to that block too. So yeah, it's not really a good setup. Also, look at this is a kind of cool system. It could get broken a little bit, but as you can see, yeah, you can also make two area effect clouds meet. And this will actually work. This is pretty interesting. Yeah, look at that, this is so cool. Alright, yeah, but we need a better way to spawn the area effect clouds, and we also need a way to kill them. Alright, so now let's quickly make a way to kill the area effect clouds. So what I want to do is when the user punches an area effect cloud, the area effect cloud should die. Right now it doesn't die, it's just invisible. In fact, if we go here, as you can see, where did it go? Here, it's back. But we actually want this to die every time we punch the block. So how do we do that? We basically, on top of all of this chain, we're gonna basically detect, execute as entity tag equals moving block at the entity itself, and if the block inside the entity, so if the moving block is air, then we are gonna kill the entity. So basically now, when you do this, the area effect cloud will actually die. In fact, if we try to TP to it, we're gonna TP to this one. If we do it again, as you can see, it's gonna say no entity was found. Now, we actually need a way to know where the area effect cloud is, because this is a little bit confusing. So let's actually add a little bit of a particle effect over the area effect cloud. So we're gonna still execute as E. Actually, we don't need to execute as it, we just need to execute at it, I guess. So we just execute at the entity, and then we're just gonna do run particle on top of the entity, and there, here you can put whatever particle you want. So let's actually choose a particle. I actually want to try how the campfire works. Campfire causes smoke, and then we execute it on top of the particle. We do some little effects right here, and let's see what happens. Let's try to summon another area effect cloud. I don't know where it went. Oh yeah, it disappeared because we summoned it on here. So we have to remember now, we have to summon it on a block. So let's do this, and let's summon it right here. Whoops, let's summon it right here. Boom. Okay, well this is way too much. Okay, let's chill, let's make it something simpler, okay? I don't know, what other particle could there be? Okay, what about something like this? Yeah, that looks cute, that looks really cute. Okay, so as you can see now, when we move it, the particle is gonna go here. So yeah, like this. So it's pretty cool. Now we know where the particle is at any moment. I mean, the area effect cloud is, thanks to this particle. And as you can see, when we delete the block, the particle will disappear. I'm actually proud of how that came out with the particle, that looks pretty sick. Anyway, now it's time to introduce the spawning of the area effect clouds. So how do we do that? So we actually want to create a spawn egg, and this spawn egg will actually spawn our area effect cloud. Now, how do we create a spawn egg? Alright, so right here we can choose a mob, and we're gonna choose the silverfish, an example. And we're not gonna give it a name or anything, we're just gonna give it a tag. And the tag is going to be moving block silverfish, okay? So we can call it moving block S, just to remember it. We're gonna generate the command, and as you can see, the command is actually pretty simple. Actually, let's make the silverfish invulnerable, and let's make the silverfish have no AI. As you can see, disable artificial intelligence, so it's not gonna give us any problems. And let's summon the command again. Alright, so this works. Now we have a good spawn egg. Let me do it again. And this is gonna summon a silverfish. So what do we want to do with this silverfish? Nothing. We just want to kill it and replace this with an area effect cloud. And the reason we are also doing it is because, you know, we can also already set the block to whatever we want and stuff like that. We also can summon the area effect cloud one block below the silverfish. Oh my gosh, no, why are they going away? Alright, so let's create another chain, okay, and let's actually execute for an entity, which is tag is moving block S, so for the silverfish. Sorry, execute at the entity, okay? Yeah, this should work. And then we're gonna run, and we're gonna summon below the entity an area effect cloud. So let's use the command block that we used right here. Boom, and let's actually summon the area effect cloud below the entity. So now, after the silverfishes have done their work, we need to kill them because, you know, they are going oh my gosh, so annoying. So let's actually do that. Let's copy this command block and put it right here, and we do right here run kill at S, and we're gonna do as. So or maybe we can just do something as simpler, like kill all of the entities that are silverfishes, like this. A simple command. So basically this command block chain is gonna first create an area effect cloud below the silverfish, and then it's gonna kill the silverfish with no shame. Let's actually kill the silverfishes ourselves because they're becoming annoying. Boom. And then we're gonna wait. Can you? Why is he not dying? Okay, let's kill all of the silverfishes. Okay, silverfish. Boom. You are all dead. Okay, and then let's activate this chain, and now let's actually generate a silverfish using the spawn egg we did before, so this one, yes. And let's actually press it here, and as you can see, now that we've generated the silverfish, an area effect cloud has spawned on this block, and now this block became a moving block. As you can see, we can click on the thing, and the block will become a moving block, as you can see. So yeah, this is pretty cool, and this means that we can actually make any type of block a moving block. So we can actually use cobblestone, spruce, birch, so we can do something like this, and then we can just make them all moving blocks. Oops, I made this block by mistake. I can just click on it to remove it. So boom, now we can make everything a moving block. Boom, 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 boom. It's kinda cool. Alright, so now we still have a problem though. As you can see, we can make the cobblestone a moving block, but when we actually do that and then we move the block, this block will translate in this bluish block, which is jungle planks. So this is a little bit bad. We don't want this to happen. How do we fix this? Well, basically right now what we are doing is, when we are generating an area effect cloud and we are moving it, we are setting this block to air and we are setting this block to jungle planks. What we actually want to do is clone this block right here. So we're gonna change a little bit our commands that we did right here in order to make this happen. Alright, so this shouldn't be that hard to change. It's gonna be a little bit annoying because we need to do it 4 times because of how we structured the command blocks. But whatever, okay, changes do happen. So right here, instead of setting the block to here, we're gonna just do clone this block to this position, and then we're gonna do, oh oops, this block to this destination, and then we're gonna do replace move, okay? So now the beauty of this is that we don't need this command block anymore. So we have, this command block is not needed. We need to do this for every single one. And now we don't need this anymore, and now last but not least, right here, clone this thingy thing to this thingy position, right here, and now we don't need this anymore. Nice, now the command blocks are a little bit separate, so let's just do a little bit of magic. Let's deactivate this one, let's copy these ones with our mouse wheel, and let's do boom, boom, and like this, and I'm just gonna do it for every single one of them, because it's a little bit of a mess right now. Alright, and lastly, let's move these command blocks a little bit right here. Boom. And now I feel like this should work, as you can see. And we actually simplified a little bit our chain, which is actually pretty good. So we can do always active, And as you can see now, if we summon a new thing with our silverfish, it's actually gonna move the grass, okay? And oh wait, you know, working ugly. Oh, I see my mistake. As you can see right here, it's replacing and moving the cloned thing. Right here it's not replacing it, it's just cloning it. So we're gonna do replace move for all of these. Replace move, replace move. Alright, so now it should work. As you can see, we can move this in all of the direction and it's gonna work. Sweet. Alright, so the only thing left to do is to actually implement gravity on this, which is gonna be a little bit tricky because, as you all know, the only blocks that have gravity are sand and gravel. In fact, if we actually use sand and gravel, this is not gonna work. We're gonna create a block of sand and we're gonna do this. Boom. And it's actually gonna get glitched, as you can see. If we put it right here, the area effect cloud will die and the block will become a normal block. So we need to fix this. Alright, so basically we have to detect if the block underneath an area effect cloud is air, and if it is, then the area effect cloud should teleport one block below and, you know, fix itself. Okay, let's do it right here. I believe we can copy this command. So we are executing at the position of the moving block, and we are detecting if the block below it is air, and if it is, no, we shouldn't kill the entity, but we should basically move the entity downwards. So we're basically gonna clone the entity, one block, no, not the entity, the block, one block below, replace move, and then we're gonna TP the block. We can use basically this command block, it shouldn't be much different. So boom, 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 and we're gonna do, we're gonna execute at the entity, just execute at the entity, then we're gonna run TP as one block below. So now, probably this should work, I don't know, we're gonna check. So let's do this, boom, 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 I have no idea, go, I guess. Alright, he teleported all the way down, but no, he died. No. What is wrong with you? Why did you die? Alright, so I see what the problem is. As you can see here, we are detecting if the block below the area effect cloud is air, and then we are filling that block with another block. And then the next command block is also detecting if the block is air. But since we cloned the block below, this command block will not run anymore because the block underneath the area effect cloud is not gonna be air anymore. So we just have to delete this useless check, and now hopefully it should work. Alright, so as you can see, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna drop down. And why did it teleport it there? Oh my god, look at it! The area effect cloud has become this block. Now, this is not what we want. Yeah, it's TPing the area effect cloud down here. This is not what we want. We need to execute as the area effect cloud at the area effect cloud. Oh my god, this has become such a mess. Okay, let's try again. Okay, finally, now it works. As you can see, it will move downwards. Now, it's not gonna be a really smooth transition, so as you can see, we'll just... Oh, that is actually pretty cool. I like how that works. Okay, so it's a little bit smooth. Not that smooth, but it is so cool. Okay, so can you actually move both? Yeah, you can. Okay, well, this is pretty cool. Alright, so I believe we implemented everything. So if you want a player to actually be able to spawn an area effect cloud, you just have to do this command right here. Then we're gonna save it. I guess we're gonna save it right here. Boom. So if you want a player to spawn an area effect cloud, just do this command, and then it will be able to just spawn an area effect cloud right here, and you know, you will be able to create a moving block like this. The block can actually go down, as you can see. There is no way of getting it back up, but I mean, there is no way of doing that. But yeah, boom, it goes down, and this is a moving block done. And if you are done with the block and you don't like it anymore, you can just punch it and it's going to explode. Nice, so this is all I wanted to show you guys for this video. The download of this little, map or contraption is going to be in the description. The command blocks are actually going to be commented, but if you follow the video all the way through, you probably know what all of these commands do, so you know, it's pretty cool. Anyway, I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you want to see more tutorial like this, just leave a like and you know, it's gonna be fun. Alright guys, so this was fun and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. See ya!